better about yourself. Call KISS 704-570-9595.
If your confession makes the air, you could get those Carolina Renaissance Festival tickets.
And by the way, it is a judgment-free zone. We will not judge you. We've heard a lot over the last couple years on Confession Wednesday. We are experts at this. We are just ears. And the idea is for you to feel better about yourself, or maybe in a lot of cases when people did something bad, it's their first step into trying to reconcile. That's what we're all about.
All right, so
damn, that sounded good, huh?
It did.
Sounded legit.
Yeah, it sounded like you knew what you're talking about.
I sounded like Oprah for a minute.
Yeah. All right,
you want to give away some cars?
No, I don't have that kind of cash.
First up on Confession Wednesday is an anonymous from Charlotte. What's your confession?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Anonymous. What is your confession?
So my boyfriend of 3 years, he was my fiance for 6 years. He decided to call the wedding off a week before it was supposed to happen. Roy, you were actually going to marry us. We had asked you to.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And, well, all of his friends told him, look, dude, if you break up with her, you're an idiot. You are so stupid if you break up with her. Well, now at least 3 of his friends have already asked me out on a date, and he just broke up with me last week.
Oh.
3 of his
I'm in no way,
so-called
shape, or
friends.
form ready or entertaining that idea, but I think it's funny that they all tried to talk him out of breaking up with me, and now 3 of them have asked me out on a date.
Wow.
Too good to let go, and then, well, why not?
Just to get back at him, are you going to do anything? Are you going to date?
No. I mean, I can't even bring myself to take my ring off because it still just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, but at some point you will probably tell him when he calls you and he's being a jerk or whatever. You'll be like, and by the way, just so you know, I'm kind of wanted right now, and I'm feeling good about myself, and most of the people that are in my sliding into my DMs are your friends.
No, I'm not that spiteful, so, I mean, I wouldn't do that because that would cause drama, but
Right.
I think
Good
it's
for
kind
you.
of funny, though.
Sorry to hear about the breakup. Take care. Let us know if you need anything, okay?
Thanks, guys.
All right. Roy, you were going to marry them.
Evidently.
Did you not know that who that was?
No, I've totally forgotten.
I'm the most petty, by the way. I would totally probably go on the dates
Oh, you would have taken all 3 out like you were the Bachelorette.
at one time.
Yeah.
Let's go on a group
Horseback
date.
riding.
Oh, wait, no, I do remember her, by the way.
Okay.
I see the message. This is Anonymous and Shelby. Welcome to the Manny, Roy, and the Ren Morning Show.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing really well. You're on Confession Wednesday. What would you like to confess?
Well, my son had a blanket that he had since he was a baby, and he was about 10 years old. He was still hanging on to it. And it was crammed up underneath the couch, and I was vacuuming it, and I grabbed hold of it with the vacuum cleaner, and it ripped the whole end almost off. And he came home, and he says, what happened to my blanket? And I'm like, the dog got hold of it and chewed it into pieces. And he went running in the other room, and he's like, I hate you, dog. You're the worst dog ever. And that relationship was never the same. So I feel really guilty because I ruined a little boy and his dog's relationship, but I turned out not to be the bad guy. So,
Oh.
I mean, unfortunately, the way that could have went is it could have been you instead of the dog as the target of his anger about the blankie.
Yeah, but I felt really bad because the dog kept looking at me like, why is he screaming at me? And what did I do?
Is the blankie
Vacuum,
Yeah.
vacuum. The dog starts talking.
Exactly.
If the blanket's still available, I'd probably put a little bow on it and write a note from the dog and give it to him.
Right, yeah. No, that blanket is still locked away in a drawer. So he would kill me. He's 14 now, so he'd kill me if he knew.
Oh. Anonymous, I have the same problem. Dean, my son's got like 3 little blankies that he loves, and they are just, I mean, he's 4 and they're shredded, but he loves them. And I don't know when we'll take them from him. I don't know any of that, but
I think they'll let them go eventually. Yeah.
It's a security blanket.
It's awful when you're panicking and you're jerking a blanket out of the bottom of the vacuum cleaner. You're like, please come out. Come out.
Oh, my God. And by the way, the dog is like doing everything possible to hint to the vacuum. He sleeps near the vacuum. He runs into the vacuum.
He takes the treats over and lays it down next to the vacuum.
Trying to hint to the 10-year-old.
Yeah, it was the vacuum.
Vacuum did it. Thanks, Anonymous. Good luck with everything. Take a quick break. We got more people on hold that want to do confessions. Roy, we also have more lines open for you to get your confessions
Absolutely. 704-570-9595. When we come back, we'll hear from Lauren and Anonymous on Confession Wednesday.
Charlotte. Thanks for starting your day with the Manny, Roy, and Loren Morning Show. This is Beasley Media Group's KISS 95.1.
Christmas Concert 2017 is coming to the Bojangles Coliseum December 5th. Why is that important to you? Well, if you haven't heard, the Backstreet Boys are coming. We took them off their residency in Vegas. They're not touring, and we're bringing them here to the Queen City for you, along with Why Don't We, Max, and Olivia Holt.
Yeah, so these tickets are going to go fast, so get them at kiss951.com or ticketmaster.com. Or as a big thank you for waking up with Manny, Roy, and the Ren, we'll just give them to you.
It's called Wake Up and Win. Head over to the app. Tell us what time you wake up listening to the MRL show. Give us your name, and we'll call out your name, Loren, and you have 15 minutes to call back. And when you do,
You'll get those Christmas tickets and $100.
Now, we will be calling another name coming up here less than 10 minutes, so don't go anywhere.
In the meantime, we got to get back to Confession Wednesday.
Let's talk with Anonymous in Charlotte. You're on Confession Wednesday. What would you like to confess?
Good morning, guys. It's a hard confession. I've been with my fiance for a little over, actually, this coming month will be 6 years. And the past few months, I've realized I'm not in love with him.
Oh.
You know, there's a difference in loving somebody and being in love.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
I'm not in love with him no more. And long story short, we have been through things that couples that have been together 40 and 50 years hadn't been through. So it's a really, really hard thing to accept, and it's going to be a very hard thing to do. But I feel like I have to because I don't want to hold him back, you know? And I don't want to hold myself back because that's not fair to either one of us.
Sure. Did you say this was a fiance?
It is. We've been engaged for a year and a half now.
Do you have a hard wedding date?
Yeah. It's supposed to be January.
So this is not just breaking this to your fiance, but to everyone that was going to come and watch you tie the knot as well.
Both sides of the family, close friends.
Anonymous, how did you come to this realization? Did someone else start making you feel something different? Or, how did this happen?
No, I'm like a tomboy type. I feel like I relate a lot with Lorraine because the way she is, her personality, just things like that. I'm not a touchy-feely person. So here lately, you know, he's like, you know, we hadn't cuddled in months and months and months. And I go to cuddle with him, and I just don't feel that inside that I used to feel.
Yeah.
Have you told anyone else?
Fair.
No, we agree. You haven't told anyone else, like a friend, a family member, nobody else, just us, huh?
No, just
okay.
you guys.
Well, this is why we have Confession Wednesday. Maybe now, some point today or later on this week, you'll feel the need to have a conversation with him, or maybe after you just tell us you talk to a friend and they can give you a little more advice. But good luck with everything, and let us know what happens, okay?
I will. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
You too. Confession Wednesday. We get a lot.
Let's go ahead and bring in Anonymous from Newton. Welcome to the Manny, Roy, and the Ram Morning Show. What would you like to confess?
I went too far when this guy broke up with me. I don't think I went too far.
Well, hold on. Let Loren be the judge of that. Go ahead.
Okay, tell us what happened.
Okay, so I dated this guy. It was only like 3-4 months max. Okay, and then I broke up with him, which was like 2 months before Christmas, which I felt was the right thing to do because, you know, I don't want to go date him through Christmas, get a Christmas present, and then be like, oh, I'm breaking up with you. So I thought I was doing the right thing. And he texts me and he goes, it's okay, you're fucking ugly.
Oh,
man.
Hold on. She caught herself.
Yeah. Just let it go.
Unfortunately, we have to hang up on you when that happens. You sound like a really sweet person.
No.
And your confession was probably going to be really good, but we have to, according to our laws, hang up on you. But hey, dropping the big one there.
I was invested too.
I know. All right. We recover with Stacy and Newton.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
What would you like to confess on Confession Wednesday?
I would like to confess that every year for the past about 4 or 5 years, my family and my husband's family have all come to my house for Thanksgiving. It's a big deal, and it just kind of makes it easier than having to go to a bunch of different places. So this year, I told everyone that we couldn't do it at my house, and I blamed it on the fact that I just had a baby, and it's just going to be too much this year, and I can't do it. So everyone else is going to have to do it. But the real reason that I don't want to do it this year is because
My husband told me that if no one was coming over for Thanksgiving, that I can put my Christmas tree up early.
You know what? Use that baby. That's what I did last year. I was like, it's just too much for me this year. I can't do it. You guys can come, but if you do that, we're getting it catered. I just didn't feel like cooking.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Stacy. Confession Wednesday rolls on.
Anonymous in Charlotte, welcome to the Manny Roy and the Ren Morning Show. What would you like to confess?
Hi. My grandfather has been drinking a lot lately, so one time when he first started having really bad drinking, me and my friend found his stash, and we emptied out the wine bottles and put water in it, and he didn't know the difference. So now every time we find a stash, we will either put it out in the open for him to see so he knows we found it, or we'll throw it away.
Wait, he didn't know the difference between water and wine?
No.
What wine is he drinking?
Seriously.
I don't know, but he might have been drinking a little bit too much that day.
Was it white wine or red wine?
White.
I mean, even white wine, you could tell. Like some white wines are bitter, some white wines are buttery.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Now, don't ask me to break down wines. I'll be here all day.
Yeah.
All right, Anonymous. There you go. Wow. A Confession Wednesday.
I know. It was a bit of a roller coaster.
Really?
Feel bad for the one with the fiance. That's such a tough spot, but you know it's the right thing to do if you don't have feelings for someone.
Well, it's not fair to him to keep.
And she said that.
And
keep going.
Honestly, it's not fair to yourself either. Like, not to be selfish in that situation, but it's your life too. It's not like she was cheating on him. She just didn't have that feeling anymore. And it's a tough thing to go through, but I know you're listening. You're going to get through it, girl.
All right, Lorraine, let's find out what's going on in Hollywood.
Still to come.
What do you got coming up in the dirty?
Oh, well, I think you'll be excited to find out that this former pop star is releasing a new album. I'll tell you who it is. It might make you laugh. It's coming up in the dirty in 10 minutes.
Also, we have Christmas concert tickets and $100 to give to you. That is coming up in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Kiss 95.1.